Hello, everyone. I'd like to begin by thanking the French Ministry of the Economy for organizing such a timely event supported by President Macron. Never has it been more important to explore how the private sector can play a role in driving forward a more inclusive but also more sustainable future. Technology companies like Microsoft have played an important role during the devastating global pandemic with the boost in digital transformation that we witnessed. But both as a European, as my heavy accent will reveal, but also as a representative for a technology company that wants to do its part, my main message today is that we recognize that this role comes with an even greater responsibility. A responsibility to help shape our lives during, but also after the pandemic. I'd like to highlight three challenges in this regard where I believe that increased public-private partnership is going to be key. First of all, the disability divide. Secondly, the digital divide. And last but not least, sustainability. Let me begin by addressing the disability divide. When looking ahead, we envision a future where opportunities are inclusive for every country, for every community, for every business, but also for every person, including the 1 billion plus people that are living with disabilities. I want to be honest in sharing with you that before me joining Microsoft a little more than a year ago, I don't think I fully grasped the fundamental role that accessibility plays at every level in every organization. I had some homework to do, to be honest with you, but for me the numbers spoke for themselves. Globally, only 33% of people living with disabilities are employed, and I truly believe that the digital technology not only can but also needs to help close this gap. In March, the European Commission put forward the EU strategy of the rights of persons with disability. And let me begin by commending also the European Commission for putting forward this very timely but also ambitious proposal. This is in many ways a unique opportunity to bring the accessibility commitment to the next level across Europe. And equally important for the private and the public sector to be on the same page and join forces much more proactively on what I think is a fundamental and crucial task. But what do we need to make this journey of digitalization accessible? Well, first of all, we need to do accessibility by design. This is about making Europe fit for the digital age by making tech that is fit for Europe. To that end, we have reinforced our accessibility commitment through our recent 5-year announcement to narrow the disability divide, including in education, by training more people on accessibility, in employment by attracting employees with disabilities, and through access to technologies like the creation of the new low-cost Accessibility Technology Fund. Secondly, by adopting and promoting accessibility policies, we can help organizations promote best practices for increasing accessibility and inclusion, for example, by promoting policies for buying and developing accessibility tech or creating access to employment. The issue of accessibility is timeless, but the pandemic and the speed of the digital revolution have nonetheless exacerbated the disability divide, and with it, the urgency in doubling down the efforts to narrow the gap. It is in many ways time for us to act now. Secondly, we need to bridge the digital divide. As we've all witnessed, the ramifications of the COVID-19 pandemic have evidenced the economic and social repercussions for those who lack access to reliable connectivity or lack the needed digital literacy to survive in today's digitalized world. So bridging the digital divide has, perhaps more than ever before, become an urgent issue that we need to solve today. As part of our own efforts in Microsoft, we launched a cross-company initiative to help 25 million people around the world to gain more digital skills for a post-COVID-19 economy. In France, more than 1.4 million people have actually already benefited from the Global Skills Initiative. And we were delighted to work hand in hand with Pôle Emploi to help accelerate the economic and social recovery. And back in 2018, we launched the Microsoft AI School in France with an offer of degrees nationally recognized by the French Ministry of Employment. Thanks for that. And since the launch, more than 400 job seekers have been trained in AI technologies. And we're looking forward in Microsoft to continue the work with the ecosystem of partners. The institutional support and the help of the French Employment Agency has been essential in this connection. We're also committed to further deepen our actions to help bridge the digital divide. Then let me turn to digital and sustainable technologies. Because lastly, technology has an absolutely essential role to play in achieving a more sustainable future. In many ways, sustainability is an issue that transcends everything we want to do as a company. And the digital transition leads to significant energy efficient gains, just to give you one example, judging from the past decade. In fact, moving to the cloud is between 22% and 93% more energy efficient. A few months ago in March, we saw the launch of the European Green Digital Coalition, where EU institutions and the industry committed to increase collaboration and actively show how digital solutions can be a vital part of the EU's green growth strategy. Building on our own high ambitions in Microsoft and our previous announcement in this area, we were super eager to join this new initiative. And in my view, this new coalition sends perhaps an unprecedented signal and provides us with a strong platform for public-private cooperation to ensure that technology has a role to play in helping Europe realize its climate goals. Let me close by applauding Europe's aspirations and the EU's ambitious digital agenda, as well as its commitment to bring accessibility and sustainability to the front and center of its recovery. In Microsoft, we firmly believe that to make Europe fit for the digital age, we need to make technology fit for Europe. And we therefore look forward to continuing collaboration on this journey to make a technology that is both accessible, inclusive, and sustainable. Merci beaucoup. Thanks very much for listening in.